Wharton Center for the Performing Arts, Public Relations Director, Bob Hoffman. Hey, Bob.
Good morning. That house was stunning.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh my gosh, wow.
I think someone's going to stamp
I
that.
think so.
Yeah.
I think I need a base in Jackson.
Yeah. I don't know anyone that wouldn't love that. And it's so, it's just so cool. It's just cool.
It is.
Yeah. All right. Well, what's cool? You're cool. You're cool
well,
too.
thank
You're
you,
pretty.
sir. You're
pretty
cool
hip.
too.
Well, you've got a pretty cool lineup. You've just announced the 24-25 season.
Yeah, I was here in March talking about the Broadway season for 24-25, and now we just announced the Performing Arts season. And it starts out in October with Dee Dee Bridgewater and Bill Charlap. 2 Grammy winners share the stage. You know, Dee Dee Bridgewater was featured as an actress in the musical The Wiz in 1975.
Wow.
She was last at Wharton Center in 2011. Bill has never been to Wharton Center before. They both won Grammy Awards. This is going to be an amazing concert, especially for people who love jazz. And if you don't love jazz, I think you should come anyways to check it out, because you never know what you're missing. One of the shows that we had that we just announced, I'm really excited about. Are you a fan of the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Well, I know there are a lot of people that are, and I'm fascinated with it more so than I would say more. I'm more fascinated with than being a fan.
Well, come to Wharton Center because we've got the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the 49th anniversary spectacular tour coming in October of this year. Featuring, get this, Barry Bostwick as the narrator. He was the original Brad Majors. We're going to be screening the original unedited movie with a live shadow cast and audience participation as well. It'll be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Was John Waters, was that his film?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
He just died last week, but I think
He died last week?
Yeah.
I didn't know
He
that.
just died. Yeah.
I did not know that.
But I think he had something to do with Rocky Horror.
And then
Now people throw stuff. Are you going to
toast? And I don't know what we're allowing and what we're not allowing yet, but I think it's going to be an experience.
Yeah.
So
You'll probably have rubber toast.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it'll be fun. So I'm excited about that. The other thing that I'm really excited about is the London Philharmonic Orchestra is coming to Wharton Center also in October next year. Last at Wharton Center in 2006. This is celebrated as one of the world's great orchestras since its founding in 1932 by Sir Thomas Beecham. It's led by a very in-demand conductor, Edward Gardner, since 2021. And this is going to be really amazing. I think a lot of people remember the music of The Lord of the Rings.
They're in a lot of movies.
They're in a lot of movies. And violinist Randall Gooseby, the youngest ever Sphinx Concerto competition winner at age 13, he is now 28 years old, will be featured in the performance. I think it's going to be an incredible array of classical music, so I'm looking forward to that. The performance includes Beethoven's Egmont Overture, Tchaikovsky's Symphony No. 4, which actually Tchaikovsky himself said it's his greatest work.
Well, he should know.
I'm not going to argue with him.
Can't argue with that.
And then Mandy Patinkin is coming back to Wharton Center.
Mandy Patinkin from Criminal Minds?
Yes, and a lot of people, if you're younger, you probably know him from TikTok because he's pretty popular from there. And you might also know him from Princess Bride.
Oh yeah.
So he's one of these actors and performers that have multiple generations of people that just love him.
So
His
what does he do?
TikTok alone has 2.1 million followers. So he's going to be singing and performing.
Singing. Mm-hmm. Singing on TikTok? Is that what? Or is
well,
it
I think his TikTok is much more than singing. I think his TikTok is more about his life and what happens. And he's just funny and interesting and a cool guy.
He's a personality, definitely.
Yeah, and I love that he's reaching out to younger people and of course, the older generation like me would know who he is as well. So, and then I want to mention that Stomp is coming to Wharton Center.
I've
Stomp
seen
is-
that. That's awesome.
Oh, Stomp is great. You know, last at Wharton Center in 2017. It's an 8-member troupe, and they use everything but conventional percussion instruments. So they'll use matchboxes, wooden poles, brooms, garage cans, Zippo lighters, hubcaps to fill the stage with their magnificent rhythms. This group is a lot of fun.
All right, well, that looks like a blast, and that's all the 2024 stuff. But I'm looking, and I see you have the Peking Acrobats, a band called Pink Martini, and Broadway's next hit musical.
That's right. You know, the Peking Acrobats are really an audience favorite around the world. This group, I should say, are masters of agility and grace, and they're full of athleticism. You can just see there from the pictures, right? Pushing the limits of human ability and defying gravity with their amazing acts of contortion and control. And then
I just figured out what those are chairs.
chairs, yeah. And they're standing up. I mean, with their hands. They're standing on their hands.
They're upside down.
Yeah, they're upside
Oh my
down.
gosh.
Yeah, don't try that at home, Bart. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got groups like Pink Martini you mentioned. And Pink Martini is a vintage chick pop orchestra with combined power of a dozen musicians and fronted by the dynamic vocalist China Forbes. So what this is it's vintage pop orchestra with humor and a mix of jazz, Parisian cafe music, cabaret, and Brazilian samba, and they're selling out across the world.
I'm going to see how old you really are, because can you put that picture back up?
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
no.
So that set, what does that?
That's 69. That's like the 60s, yeah.
What TV variety show
I
had
can
this?
see it in my mind. What is it?
Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Oh, Laugh-In,
So
yes.
they had a scene where all the cast of Laugh-In, they popped out of all these openings, they popped out and did one-liners
Yeah,
as part of the show.
yeah. Well, it's going to be a great season, and that's just a tip of the iceberg. So I always recommend go to our Wharton Center website, whartoncenter.com. You can check out all of the 24, 25 Broadway and performing arts season. I have to say that a Broadway 5-show package, and the Broadway again is incredible with Les Miserables, Shucked, MJ, Life of Pi, Chicago, Hamilton, The Book of Mormon. You can buy any of those 5 shows starting at $225. For the performing arts attractions, which I just mentioned some of them, 5 shows start at $138 for all 5 shows. So I think there's some deals to be had. You can mix and mingle. Subscriptions on sale now, so you have to buy in bulk, but you can get your tickets right now before they go on sale to the general public, and why not do that and take advantage of those discounts and all the added benefits of it.
Well, yeah, and you know, I'm just doing the math, and it's just in my head, and I'm not good at it, but it sounds like you could go to all the Broadway shows, all the other shows, all for less than $500.
5 of the Broadway and 5 of the
5 and
performing
5,
arts.
yeah.
And add on to that. So yeah, I mean, for less than $500, you can fill up your calendar to come to Wharton Center
Yeah.
and experience some really cool attractions.
And you get the good seats. It's not like you're.
Well, and you get the good seats because you're buying before the tickets go on sale to the general public.
Right.
So, you know, that's great. Plus, there's some added benefits, like there's subscriber benefits. You get some discounts to local restaurants because, of course, we know when people come to Wharton Center, they usually come early and want to go out to some restaurants, and there's some added benefits of that as well. So,
Yeah. We've got a couple of restaurants that are pretty close, but for you, do you have a favorite? Because, well, you work there every day, so what restaurants around within reasonable distance do you like?
in Lansing, I love People's Kitchen. People's Kitchens is great. They have really good food.
Yeah.
I like, oh my gosh, so many. Envie, downtown Lansing, is a great restaurant. There's a new restaurant in town called Toscana, and has a really good atmosphere, and it's a lot of fun. So that's a good one, good food. So Lansing's kind of coming, you know, I got to tell you, Jackson is such a cool city. I mean, every time I come to Jackson, I'm like, this city has transformed itself. There's so much going on, and people are driving down here from Lansing to go to restaurants and go to dinner and experience what you have to offer, and I love that.
I love hearing that because everyone here's worked hard to make that happen.
Well, my great-grandma lived in Jackson, so we used to come down to Jackson all the time, and I remember as a kid coming down to Jackson, and it was a lot different than it is now. Let's just say that. But you guys should be really proud of your city.
Thanks.
It's really nice.
Yeah, we appreciate that. It's so nice for you to say. And you're right. I don't think of Lansing as a restaurant town.
No, we've got a little more though.
Yeah.
It's coming about. I mean, there's I think cities are understanding the fact that restaurants bring people in. And if it's a good restaurant and great customer service and excellent food, it's a destination.
Absolutely. As is the Wharton Center. Get your tickets now. Appreciate all the news from Wharton.
Thank you so much, Bart.
Thanks, Bob. Bob Hoffman is Public Relations Manager at the Wharton Center for the Performing Arts. Stick around. We've got some